The Horseshoe Arena held a two-day country concert in honor of the military. Besides country artists performing, the home festival featured several services, including free counseling offered to veterans. A portion of the proceeds from the festival will go to Brothers Keepers, a group that helps with wounded warriors. Organizers of the festival say they hope to use the funds from next year's festival to build a home center for veterans that would offer services 24 hours a day. And a house fire in downtown Odessa caused authorities to block off part of Dixie Boulevard near University while they worked on the issue. The fire department responded to the call and handled the fire quickly on Saturday. Chief Land tells CBS 7 that 6 dogs were found upon searching the house, several of which had to be revived, but are now doing just fine in animal control's care. The cause of the fire is currently unknown. The police department responded to a rollover on Loop 338 and I-20 in Odessa. Lieutenant Eddie Reed tells CBS 7 that the driver of the car tried to turn onto the service road going too quickly and slid off the road. Lieutenant Reed says there were no passengers and the driver sustained only minor injuries. And TxDOT's resurfacing project on Interstate 20 begins tomorrow. It's a 5.5-mile segment of the interstate between Big Spring Street and the Loop 250 East interchange in Midland County. TxDOT asked motorists to obey all message boards and warning signs. And as you well know, today is Labor Day, which means many city employees will be on vacation. Most city offices in West Texas will be closed this morning. Many trash and recycling pickups will also be impacted by the holiday. And don't forget that most schools are also out for the day. For more information on closures, you can visit cbs7.com. With your eye on the nation, the U.S. military has carried out more airstrikes against Islamic militants known as ISIS in northeast Iraq. Over the weekend, Iraq officials say security forces, along with U.S. help, ended a nearly 2-month siege of Amarillo by ISIS, and roughly 15,000 people had been trapped. On Capitol Hill, some lawmakers are pressing President Obama to toughen his stance against ISIS in both Iraq and neighboring Syria, but the White House says the Pentagon is still developing options for possible action in Syria. And NASCAR champion Tony Stewart returned to his racetrack for the first time since his involvement in the deadly accident that killed fellow driver Kevin Ward Jr. 3 weeks ago. Stewart hit a wall twice and blew out his right front tire on lap 172 during Sunday night's race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He didn't make it to the finish line and left without speaking to reporters. The investigation into the crash that killed Kevin Ward Jr. is expected to last at least another 2 weeks. The stock market is closed today, but stay with us here on Midday. There's still much more to come. We'll be right back.